Who's the most intimidating person you've ever met? Present company excluded.
Well, there have been quite a number. Barack Obama, Tina Turner.
Oh.
Ray Charles. There have been quite a number.
If you could turn back time.
What? This is so dumb.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of Cher, her incredible lifestyle, fortune, and the latest news-making waves. There's a lot to unpack, so make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest celebrity stories. Let's get into it. When you think of Cher, you probably picture her legendary voice, dazzling outfits, and a career that's lasted longer than most of us have been alive. But beyond the sequins and the spotlight, Cher knows how to enjoy life, and she's got some fascinating ways she spends her hard-earned fortune. First up, let's talk fashion. Cher doesn't just wear designer clothes, she breathes fashion. From her jaw-dropping Bob Mackie ensembles to custom couture that could belong in a museum, she's been setting trends for decades. Her wardrobe is an endless treasure trove of one-of-a-kind pieces, and if you've ever wondered where some of her most iconic outfits end up, she keeps a massive archive of them. Imagine having an entire collection of show-stopping outfits that define pop culture history. Now that's legendary. Speaking of collections, let's talk about her love for fine art. Cher has an eye for luxury and has spent years curating an incredible collection of art and antiques. We're not just talking about a few fancy paintings. Her homes have been filled with rare sculptures, ornate furniture, and high-end decor that would make any museum jealous. She's got a taste for the exquisite, and it shows. Now, let's talk about something unexpected. Cher's love for collecting elephants. No, not real ones. She has a huge collection of elephant statues, figurines, and artwork. She believes they bring good luck, and honestly, with the career she's had, we're not questioning it. Cher also has a deep passion for music beyond performing. She loves exploring different genres and has an extensive collection of vinyl records. From classic rock to jazz, she appreciates the artistry behind the music. She's also been known to spend hours listening to new music, staying connected to the evolving sound of the industry. Another little-known passion of Cher's? Fitness. She's been an advocate for staying active and has a workout routine that would put people half her age to shame. Whether it's yoga, Pilates, or hitting the gym, she keeps herself in incredible shape, proving that age is just a number when it comes to health and wellness. And let's not forget one of her biggest passions, philanthropy. Cher isn't just about glitz and glamour. She's got a huge heart and has donated millions to charities over the years. She's been a fierce advocate for children's health and animal welfare. She even launched her own initiative to rescue and relocate an abused elephant named Kavan from a rundown zoo in Pakistan to a sanctuary in Cambodia. That's right, Cher doesn't just collect elephant statues, she literally saves elephants. From fashion and fine art to music and giving back to those in need, Cher knows how to live life to the fullest. She's proof that you can be fabulous, fearless, and full of heart all at the same time. Of course, no look at Cher's life would be complete without diving into her relationships and personal life. Because, let's be honest, this woman has had a love life as legendary as her career. Cher's most famous relationship was with Sonny Bono, the man who helped launch her into superstardom. The duo met in the early 60s, and before long, they were not just musical partners, but life partners too. Together, they gave the world hit after hit, with I Got You Babe becoming an anthem of the era. They got married, built an empire, and even had their own TV show. But behind the scenes, things weren't always picture perfect. Their marriage eventually ended in divorce in 1975, but their connection, both professional and personal, was undeniable. Even after their split, they remained a major part of each other's lives. After Sonny, Cher's love life took her in many directions. She was linked to some of the biggest names in entertainment, including rock stars like Gene Simmons from Kiss and Greg Allman from the Allman Brothers Band. Her marriage to Allman was a whirlwind, passionate but turbulent, leading to divorce just a few years later. And let's not forget her legendary flings. Cher has always been open about her romances, whether it was her time with Hollywood heartthrob Val Kilmer or her brief romance with Tom Cruise. Yes, that Tom Cruise. According to Cher, he was one of her top 5 lovers. Who knew? But for all the high-profile relationships, Cher has also been incredibly independent. She's spoken openly about never needing a man to complete her and has always prioritized her career and personal happiness over settling down just for the sake of it. In fact, her ability to maintain her own identity, no matter who she was with, is part of what makes her so iconic. And now, in her later years, she's still proving that age has nothing to do with love. She's been spotted dating younger men and living her best life, reminding everyone that she makes her own rules, always has, always will. One of her most recent relationships that made headlines was with music executive Alexander Edwards. The two were first linked in late 2022, and their romance quickly became a hot topic. Edwards, who is 40 years younger than Cher, is known for his work in the music industry, as well as for his previous relationship with model Amber Rose. Despite the age gap, Cher has made it clear that she doesn't care what people think. She's happy, and that's what matters. The couple has been seen attending events together, looking smitten, and proving that love doesn't come with an expiration date. Whether it's her music, her passions, or her love life, one thing is clear. Cher lives life on her terms, and that's exactly why we love her. But while Cher has always embraced love on her own terms, there are some relationships that leave a lasting imprint, one that even time can't erase. Recently, Cher opened up in an emotional interview with CNN about how deeply she was affected by the passing of her ex-husband, Sonny Bono. Even decades later, his death still weighs heavily on her heart. Their relationship was complicated, filled with incredible highs and painful lows. But despite everything, Sonny remained a defining figure in her life. She reflected on how their bond went beyond just marriage. They were best friends and partners in every sense. Even after their divorce, there was an understanding between them that never truly faded. When she learned of his tragic skiing accident in 1998, it felt like the world stopped. Losing him was one of the hardest things she had ever gone through, and in many ways, the loss still lingers. But Sonny wasn't the only husband Cher had to say goodbye to. In 2017, Cher faced another devastating loss. Her second ex-husband, Greg Allman, passed away after a long battle with liver cancer. Their marriage may have been short-lived, but their connection never fully faded, especially since they shared a son, Elijah Blue Allman. When Greg passed, Cher took to social media, sharing old photos and memories, calling him a sad, wild man, but one she deeply loved. It's a side of Cher that people don't always see. Beyond the glamour and the iconic career, she has experienced deep personal losses. But in true Cher fashion, she has found a way to carry on while keeping both Sonny and Greg's memories alive. Whether by speaking about them with warmth or ensuring their legacies remain, she continues to honor the impact they had on her life. As fans, we often think of Cher as larger than life, but moments like these remind us that she is human too. Someone who has loved deeply, lost profoundly, and found a way to keep moving forward. And maybe that's part of what makes her so timeless. Cher's life has been full of ups and downs, from legendary romances to heartbreaking losses. But if there's one thing this woman has never struggled with, it's knowing how to make money. Cher isn't just a singer, an actress, or a fashion icon. She's a business powerhouse. Over the decades, she has built an empire that spans music, film, touring, and smart investments, making her one of the wealthiest women in entertainment. So, how exactly does Cher make her money? It all started with music. From her early days with Sonny Bono to her solo superstardom, Cher has sold over 100 million records worldwide. That means millions in album sales, streaming royalties, and licensing deals. And let's not forget Believe, the song that revolutionized auto-tune and brought her a massive payday in the late 90s. Even today, her music continues to rake in cash, whether from digital streaming, movie placements, or nostalgic fans rediscovering her catalog. Cher didn't just stop at music, she made Hollywood her playground. She's won an Academy Award for Moonstruck, starred in cult classics like The Witches of Eastwick, and even appeared in Mamma Mia! Here We Go Again. Each role came with hefty paychecks, but more importantly, it expanded her influence and her bank account. If there's one thing fans love, it's seeing Cher live. And she's given them plenty of opportunities. Her concerts have grossed hundreds of millions of dollars, with tours like Living Proof, the Farewell Tour bringing in record-breaking earnings. And then there's Las Vegas, the ultimate money machine. Her residencies on the Vegas Strip have pulled in tens of millions per year, proving that Cher doesn't just put on a show, she puts on a spectacle people are willing to pay big money for. Music and movies are just part of the story. Cher has also made smart business moves, fashion lines, beauty collaborations, and even investments in real estate. She's bought and sold luxury homes, sometimes flipping them for millions in profit. And she's not afraid to put her money into new ventures, whether it's a fragrance line or her very own gelato brand. At this point, Cher's career earnings are well over $500 million, and possibly more. Even though she spends lavishly, because, let's be real, Cher doesn't do small, she's also incredibly savvy with her wealth. She's living proof that reinvention is the key to longevity. In an industry where careers fade fast, Cher has stayed relevant and ridiculously rich for over 6 decades. And knowing her, she's far from done. Because let's be honest, Cher doesn't just make money, she prints it. When you have as much money as Cher, you don't just buy homes, you buy landmarks. And she has some of the most breathtaking properties money can buy. Cher's real estate portfolio is a perfect reflection of her. Bold, glamorous, and completely iconic. If there's one property that defines Cher's legendary taste, it's her Malibu estate. And calling it a house would be an insult. This place is a full-blown Italian villa. Sitting on 1.7 acres of prime oceanfront property, this 13,000 square foot mansion is dripping in luxury. We're talking hand-carved marble, 40-foot ceilings, and a view of the Pacific that looks like something out of a movie. Cher has owned this property for decades, but she recently put it on the market for $85 million. Because, why not? Malibu isn't the only place where Cher has put down roots. Over the years, she's owned a series of jaw-dropping homes all over the world. She once had a Gothic-style mansion in Beverly Hills, a Venetian palazzo in Miami, and even a property in the English countryside. But here's the thing about Cher, she doesn't just buy homes, she transforms them. She has a sharp eye for design, often remodeling and redecorating until each place oozes her signature style. So where does Cher actually live these days? Well, she still spends a lot of time at her Malibu estate for now, but she also has properties tucked away for privacy. She's been known to escape to her quieter homes when she wants a break from the spotlight. Cher is also a big fan of hotels, and not just staying in them. She's reportedly spent millions customizing suites in some of the world's most exclusive hotels, making them feel like home wherever she travels. What makes Cher really smart is that she doesn't just buy homes, she invests in them. Over the years, she's bought and sold multiple luxury properties for a massive profit. Unlike some celebs who just collect houses, Cher knows when to buy and when to sell, making real estate a huge part of her financial success. At this point, she's built a property empire that's just as impressive as her music and film career. And knowing Cher, she's probably not done shopping yet. Because let's be real, when you're Cher, you don't just buy a house, you buy a masterpiece. Cher doesn't just live in luxury, she drives it. After all, when you've got multi-millions in the bank and a taste for the extravagant, you're not rolling around in just any car. From her customized classics to sleek high-end rides, Cher's car collection is as bold and unique as she is. Over the years, Cher has been spotted in everything from muscle cars to luxury cruisers. She's never been the type to settle for a boring ride. Every car she owns makes a statement. One of her most famous cars? Ford Mustang convertible. And not just any Mustang. This one was custom made for her, with a sleek black exterior and a seriously cool interior. It's the kind of car that turns heads everywhere. She's also been seen driving a Bentley because, of course, Cher wouldn't settle for anything less than absolute class. The Bentley is sleek, powerful, and effortlessly stylish, just like her. If there's one brand that screams old-school Hollywood royalty, it's Rolls-Royce. And yes, Cher owns one. She's had different models over the years, but a Rolls-Royce Corniche has been one of her signature cars. The Corniche was the go-to luxury vehicle for celebrities in the 70s and 80s, and Cher rocked it like no one else. But here's where Cher's collection gets even cooler. She doesn't just do luxury cars. She rides motorcycles too. Back in the day, Cher was all about Harleys. She was often seen riding around on a Harley Davidson, proving that she could handle just as much horsepower on 2 wheels as she could on 4. She even did a photo shoot with one, showing off her signature mix of glam and edge. Cher has spent 6 decades in the spotlight, but let's be real, she's not slowing down. It's 2025, and she's still making headlines, breaking records, and proving that age is just a number. Whether it's music, Broadway, or even a best-selling memoir, she's keeping things fresh, relevant, and of course, totally Cher. First things first, 2024 was huge for Cher. After years of fans demanding it, she was finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in true Cher fashion, she made a statement. Not only did she become the first musician-actor to win an Oscar for acting and be inducted, but she also performed live at the ceremony. She belted out her classics If I Could Turn Back Time and even did a duet of Believe with Dua Lipa. Cher's life is so epic that it takes not one, but 3 actresses to portray her in The Cher Show, the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical. And guess what? The show is still going strong in 2025, touring all across the US. Fans are loving the chance to see her journey from a shy girl with big dreams to the megastar she is today, all wrapped up in a glamorous, high-energy production. Cher's been dropping music, movies, and fashion statements for years. But in 2024, she dropped something new, her own memoir. And just like everything else she does, it was a massive success. Cher, The Memoir, Part 1, hit #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, covering her early life, rise to fame, and marriages to Sonny Bono and Greg Allman. Fans are already counting down for Part 2, which is set to drop later in 2025. Cher has always been unapologetically herself, and that hasn't changed in 2025. She's been making waves with her high-profile romance with music producer Alexander A.E. Edwards, who happens to be 40 years younger than her. Does Cher care? Not one bit. She's made it clear that she follows her heart and doesn't care what people think. And honestly, that's what makes her Cher. Cher doesn't just sit back and let the past define her. She keeps reinventing herself. Between her Hall of Fame status, a touring Broadway show, a best-selling memoir, and her ongoing influence in pop culture, she remains a powerhouse. She's still inspiring new generations, proving that talent, confidence, and a killer sense of style never go out of fashion. So, in case anyone was wondering, Cher isn't just still here, she's thriving, and something tells us she's got plenty more surprises in store. That's a wrap on Cher's incredible journey. What surprised you the most? Comment below. If you liked this video, check out one of these on your screen now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching.